So I actually got a new primer for this, special for this project. It's the Midwinter Blue from ColorForge. So if you're curious about what is this freaking gorgeous blue primer, it's ColorForge. And I was very, very happy because this actually looks exactly like the Mystery Machine. This cut my work in half. I don't have to do any like color blending or anything. I think this looks pretty much just like the Mystery Machine. Yeah, so I need to get... Alright, I need to figure out how to get this to translate over. Let me get the cartoon, though. Yeah, that's it. And I am getting... I know, right? And I am getting my husband to translate, because he knows Latin. He's going to translate Mystery Machine. He's going to find the right declensions for it, for me. And so that'll go, I think, here, right? What's a snowman's favorite snack? Snow Rios. Oh, now I could go for some Oreos. Welcome in, Lady of the Elephants. But I need to get, I need to get that, I think, written here, right? That's where the writing goes, I think, on a Dreadnought. It's Oreo Day! Oh, if we have to go by a gas station, I'm going to get some Oreos. I think that's it. I think I'm just going to get a little bag of Oreos. If it's National Oreo Day, yeah. Okay. Let me just look up the Grey Knight's Dreadnought again, just to make sure I'm not on glue. Why am I doing this? I have 2 monitors. Alright, they spell it funny. Yeah, okay. So there's like usually a book there. Yeah, and there's like writing here. So I could freehand Mystery Machine like right here. Like, I don't know if I could actually fit that though. That's actually quite tough because this is very, very small. The freehanding I need to do there, I don't know if it'd come through the way I'd want it to. I'm arbitrarily taking on the role of dog. Wait, what? More proof that as soon as dogs become smart, evil nature takes over. No, they are very cute. One of the dogs that lives next to me ripped off the fencing. So she comes over every so often now. I haven't had the heart to tell her owners. Have you played Little Misfortune? I have had that recommended to me by our dear friend Mina. She has recommended I play it, but I have not played it yet. I did recently get... what was it? I haven't downloaded it yet. Witchy Life Story. It looks really cute. Grey Knight's Dreadnought. Okay. Yeah, that's way bigger. That's a Dread Knight, not a Dreadnought, you filthy casual. Yeah, I've heard it's phenomenal. Okay, that freehand's gonna be tough if I do it. Okay. But, okay. Is that the game where it's like Disco Elysium was about a young witch and a Swiss... Something like that. I think we're thinking of the same game. It has romance in it. I'm really, really excited about the romance aspect of it. And the fact that I can have a garden simulator without things trampling it, like in Don't Starve. Why do I have to feel like I'm starving in Don't Starve? Why don't you just let me farm? I want a cozy little farm game that's kind of gothic. Okay. Now, I'm trying to plan ahead here with the freehanding stuff I'd need to do. We need Mystery Machine over here. And I would need to really have a small font. But I think if we play with how it would have been in Rome, I think it'll be fine. Because, like, we didn't have words the same way we do now. Like, the way that there was no spacing in between words or anything. I'm trying to think if I want the word to kind of bleed over into here. You know, like, it'd be like Mystery Machine or like Mystery Machine. Does that make sense? We could also... there's really not much room here to do it. What? What was a good game about farming? Tell me, I love farm simulators. These can all probably be gold. I mean, I could do silver because the Mystery Machine has silver or like steel, you know, door frame handles and things like that. I think that's going to be something I'm going to have to finish everything up, and then those accents are just I'm going to figure it out. We could also go for like a brass or something that's sufficiently orange. We could go for that because it would kind of complement whatever orange I'm going to be doing. Okay, it has like a little wavy panel with like flower patterns. Okay. So, okay, probably on the legs we can do something with that wavy pattern of blue. Now this is, I think we might have to have just a little bit of like more true blue. Because I think this might be slightly too teal. I think it just depends on the version you're looking at though, because this one's pretty desaturated. Natural. Okay, since I can kind of see that some models are more true blue, some models are more light teal. I love this song. I think what I want to do here is have the top part to be a teal, like a light teal, but then on the sort of areas where it's starting to, like when I'm doing my volume, when I'm working with my volumes, I think I might switch to a darker, more true blue to give a sense of shadow. Yeah. That sounds good. Oh yeah, such a... Say, wow, we're so in sync mentally. If each other said... Okay. No, it's okay, honey. No, you're doing great. This is funny. You're genuinely being a joy. Don't worry about it. It's okay. It's okay. You don't need to apologize. This is fun. Legit, I'm trying to perk myself up right now. And so having like little lighthearted jokes is helping a lot. That's a good show. I'm trying to perk myself up. Okay. So what makes the Mystery Machine super identifiable is obviously its colors. Everybody knows the Mystery Machine colors. But also you have to have the flowers. There's like little flowers that I'll need to freehand on here. And then there's like a kind of like a wavy pattern going on. I need to figure out how to get that wave on this model. There's really not much room to do a freehand flower here. It's like, where is it going to be the least obtrusive? I think here would be a good one. We can draw a lot of attention to that flower. What a throwback. I know, I love this song. So this is a little bit too busy, but I think we could probably freehand a flower here. Here's what I'm going to do. Just to remind myself what we're doing. Because I'm going to forget what I thought about later. I can guarantee that. I don't want to waste your time. Okay. We also are going to need the smooth green. There is nothing left to hide. And Wild Rider Red looks pretty good, I think. I don't think I have any other types of oranges here that would work well. I think this is going to have to do. I think if I mix this, some Wild Rider Red. Thank you so much. I'm so happy you're excited. what we're going to do here is just to kind of get my brain right. I don't know if these are magnetized. I don't think they're magnetized. But in case they are, I guess that's why you sent me these bad boys. I'm not quite sure what they're supposed to be. But I will do stuff on them. I will do stuff on them. This is going to be so fun. I genuinely was priming this up. I'm like, well, isn't that just the prettiest little color? I was so excited. I was like, oh. Box knot. Yeah, it's going to be Scooby-Doo theme paint. The arms are not glued. A kid older than me. Probably. Yeah. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. I'm hoping to get to maybe some freehanding just to kind of work out the details here. Oh, God, Josh Groban. My life is yours. Oh, is it a 3rd edition? It goes back that far. That's crazy. It's a good design. I think if they just made it bigger, I would be happy. Because I think this is a sick-looking design. This should not be changed. But just make it bigger to fit with the Primara stuff. 97? Yeah, that was 1 year before I was born. So technically older than me. My sister's born in 97, though. She is 1 year older than me. 14 months. We were nearly Irish twins. Very nearly. And we are very, very close now, but grew up in a heated rivalry. Well, you have more, like, you have the way of the world a little bit more than I do. I would like to think I'm very wise for my age, but, you know, yeah. Oh my gosh. Ooh, okay, so what if we, instead of me just being autistic and having everything centered, what if we had a cheeky little flower coming out from here, like placed here, and then another cheeky little flower, maybe like somewhere around, yeah, but if like we do it like this, I kind of want it to be a little bit more impressionistic. It probably is, but it's a very old, your friend on older kids. There's a lot of good areas here to do that. But I'm going to be going in with different colors all over the place. So I'm trying to maybe do a little bit of freehand before. Okay. I think maybe a flower here, and then it would maybe come out. So I'm just going to put its radiuses, or yeah, radius is the right word. Here, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so there's 6 points. I think we can probably do something like, oh yeah, and they're going diagonally. Okay, so something like this. And then there's one coming, yeah, okay, so it's an X, and then one splitting an X, I think. I have a reference next to me. And then, like, maybe coming out, okay. Yeah, so that's going to be the straight one that I'm looking at now. And then we're going to have one probably coming in through here. Out through here. Actually, that's really good because that's going along the curve. That looks nice. And then X here. I'm going to try to keep it along the curve, I think. Keep it along that natural joint. Now that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, good. All right, so that's going to be probably where the first flower is. I also really love the idea of, let's just flip it. This is going to be a straight one here. It probably doesn't actually operate that way, but, you know, let's get a smaller brush. Never take a single breath for granted. If you got a light, go find it. Story's yours, go write it. Ugh, I grew up listening to this guy. Popra is my shit, dude. Give me classically trained. Give me classically trained with enough contemporary so my brain rot can process it. Something like that. Then we're going to come out like this. I think that's going to be where a couple of the flowers are going to be. We're going to beef those up in a bit. Okay. And then we're going to have to figure out how we're going to do the green here. It's pretty much going along the general curve. This is going to be working in negative, which is going to be interesting. I don't usually work my brain in negatives. So we're going to take some moot green. New York to Santa Fe, oh, whatever to get away from me. But that one night, just find you. Okay, and then they kind of make flower patterns. I'm not going to be able to do a direct copy paste, obviously, but I'm going to get the idea of it. Love this song. And it usually, okay, so we can actually have some of them peeking out from underneath. Okay, that's fine. That's actually really good. Okay, so if, let's say we have, and I'm just going to take the general idea here. This is curving upward. We're going to work with that curve. So that's curving upward like that. Spiral. My love for you went viral. And I do kind of want that flower to be peeking out there. So we're going to do that. And then complete that spiral or that movement along this line here. Hold on, let's see if it'll focus. Yeah, do you see that? I'm trying to follow the general curve of the model here and along as well with the curves of my flowers. So it keeps the eye moving. That's the thing with a Mystery Machine, it looks like. It looks like it really wants your eye to keep moving along certain patterns. So we're going to try to translate that over onto the Dreadnought. I'm so happy you're happy. I genuinely love it when clients watch my streams because I get so much like, oh my gosh, they look so cool. And I love that. Or like in real time, you mean like, I don't know if I like how that design is working. Can we switch it up? Like something like that. Like it's genuinely nice to have people tune in while their commission's being done. Because it gives me a little bit to go on. And we're just going to maybe keep a pattern moving up here. So there's still going to be a little bit of green up here. I think. Yeah. Okay. And okay, let's actually edit this a little bit. They're pretty close in color. If we can have something coming up like that into here, I think that'll be really nice. And then maybe coming down a little bit. Ooh, shoot. Okay. Everything is groovy. Okay. I'm having to work in negatives here. It's actually quite difficult. We're going to come in like this as well, I think. And then maybe... And then... Uh-huh. This is very, very close in color. So I'm probably going to have to come in with like a slightly darker blue at some point to beef that up a bit. I don't think I want to do a true blue. I think I want to stick with like a teal with this. So I'm probably going to want to mix a slightly darker blue, like the flat blue from Vallejo, with maybe some moot green. Or something like that. I don't know. Let's just be brave. Let's be brave for a moment, chat. Let's be brave. And let's just say, just go for it. Let's just go for it. And that orange should be able to cut through the green pretty well. So I'm not super worried about getting into that space. It's looking like it should be able to cut through it pretty well. But I just gotta be careful because I don't want to overpaint the design because then I might not know where everything was. But it's not an emergency, basically, if I do. So this is basically, when you're doing this kind of freehand, there's going to be a sketching process. And mine might make other mini painters clutch their pearls, but this is just how I work. So, okay. And then if we can continue a line through here, that would be really good. So maybe we're sort of continuing it, boom, like that. Perhaps. And there's usually a little part up top where it's blue, so I think this is going to stay blue. And I think maybe we can do, like, for the metallics, we can either go for, like, that sort of sedan door steel pole thing, like, handle. Or I could do a slightly orange metallic for it. I think that could also work. Because that's still going to pull in orange from other places. I think I'm going to leave this for now. I think what I want to do is have it be sort of like the Mystery Machine. So this is probably going to be green and then the letters are going to be in orange. But I'm not 100% sure yet. Because I'm not quite sure where I want to put the freehand writing just yet. So I'm just going to leave that for now. I'm pretty certain that this is going to stay this way. Like I said, this is a little... I mean, I might be able to put like 3 spokes there of the flower. There's really not... You can't really see this part through here. But I can see this part. I think I want it to be somewhat symmetrical. The brain really... It does tickle the brain to have some symmetry going on. Okay. Sometimes you gotta tickle that brainstem and make things symmetrical, you know? So we're gonna practice a little bit of symmetry on the other side. This is going to be a sick VOD, by the way. This is going to be a really fun VOD. Yeah, now that I'm seeing it together, I think we might... Like, the top can still be pretty teal, but I think we're going to need to have a little bit of dimension along that area there. And there are 2 ways we can go with this. There's Arkelian green... Or Arkelian green, I don't know. Sometimes I call it R. Kelly green, but I know that's probably bad. I shouldn't say things like that. But that's, you know. It looks like R. Kelly. Like that's how I process my brain is R. Kelly green. Okay. We can use some of that. Or, because that's a contrast paint, we could probably put that along the very bottom area. I think that might actually be a good move. Because, like, if we put it just along here and just keep it along here and then build up a little bit of shadow, it's going to have that really extreme shadow down here and, like, anywhere where I need it to be like that. But then it kind of eases up into a nice teal. Because, like, if you look at pictures of the Mystery Machine, it's either a light teal or, like I said, it's like a more true blue. And it depends on which cartoon you're watching. It seems, I think the older ones might have the more true blue, and maybe the newer ones have the lighter teal. And I kind of want to keep both of those present. Because those are like the colors. And it's going to give it more dimension in the end. Because this is not a 2D, like, cartoon style. I have seen that on models before, and it looks sick. I don't want to do it. I've seen people make the 3D look 2D. I do not want to do that right now. I think it's gonna, I want it to be pretty solid in a world. So, yeah, Arkelian. I don't know. I always see it R. Kelly Green. So shake that bad boy up. And then let's hope my workhorse can do it. No, we have another synthetic that I have accidentally stolen from a friend. We're going to use it another time here. Because this is a synthetic, and so it can withstand the contrast paint. So we're just going to put it more or less like a line here. And that's going to give it just a little bit of dimension. And then we can build up with more actual true paints later. Yeah, it looks like it's just the green and blue that are doing, like, it's the orange that's kind of like the more designy aspects of it, but then the green and the blue are what we need to be focusing on for processes like this. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully this is going to give it just slightly more dimension. Okay. We're going to put more on the bottom here. Oh, I have not shaded a cube in a while, and it shows. And this is a little too dark, so we're not going to use this after this section here. I'm going to start blending it with slightly lighter colors. Okay. Dude, Jonas Brothers making a huge comeback when I was in uni was crazy to me. Like, the amount of people who talk about, like, their young nieces or nephews being, like, listening to the Jonas Brothers, and it's like, oh, the Jonas Brothers. It's like, you know the Jonas Brothers? And it's like, oh, my dear child. Camp Rock was everything. Hashtag Camp Rocker over here. Okay. It was so crazy. Hello, Goblins and Warlocks. Doing well, doing well. We're doing a Scooby-Doo themed Dreadnought from our dear friend Zetrov Relic, who might be in chat right now, or he might be sleeping right now, I don't know. But this is his commission that he is super excited for, and I'm super excited for, because I love Scooby-Doo. I was actually quite excited to get this one. How are you? Still here? Still here, good. It just makes me so happy when people tune in, when it's their commission. It's so cute. It's so fun. I'm trying to make a teal, like a blue-green, that's slightly darker than the teal we have on the model. And girl, it is not working. Okay, you know what? I don't think that's the right blue. I think that's the problem. I think we need to get the, get Pro Acryl. Code Lemur Gang at checkout for 5% off. I will keep pushing that until someone makes an order. The nights get colder. Two red caps? Oh, nice. Red caps are fun. I'm sorry if you're listening to the YouTube VOD sometime in the future, because I will have to put copyright-free music over this, and you can't listen to all the fun jams we listen to. But tune in Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and you get to have fun with good music. with copyrighted music. The elusive copyrighted music. They're so small. Yeah, just like, I think with those kinds of guys, honestly, like, the less you focus on the tiny details, the better. Focus on the focal points for, like, small models. Like, yes, you can make everything Golden Demon ready and have everything be, like, super duper detailed or whatever. That's great. But most people are gonna lose a lot of patience, so. Okay, it's just not tasty. That's not what I want it. That's not what I want it to be. That's not tasty. Maybe just a teeny bit of that blue. Got you to me just like we're going wrong, like we're dancing fools. Okay. Yeah, that might actually be pretty good there. Na 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 na. There's still a little bit of green in that blend, so I'll show you guys the blend I just did. I'll need to keep an eye on what this is. So this is, I think, what we're going to go for that shade. It has a little bit of moot green, a little bit of sky blue from Pro Acryl, and a little bit of flat green, or flat blue, sorry, from Vallejo. I wanna dance, the music's got me going, nothing less, stop how we move. Oh, my brushes are all the way over there. Oh. This is the final boss of ADHD. It's just beyond arm's reach. The final fucking boss, guys. I swear. Hold on. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I am strong. I am capable. Everything is a mess. Oh, God. It's a miniature series. It's for freehanding and stuff. Superstition. Black cats and blue dolls. Yeah, okay. Jamaica, take your clothes off and go dancing in the rain. Actually, let's... Living la vida loca. Okay. Yeah, that looks slightly darker. Right now we're working with volumes. Nothing glamorous or crazy. I know some people are the humble brush lickers. I get really weirded out by the fact that there's still paint on there. And so I cannot, you know. I do not have the mental fortitude Squidmar Miniatures does. What can I say? That was like one thing that they were saying. I was watching one of their videos recently, and it was like, hey, make sure you, like, to form the tip, you, like, pop it in your mouth. It gets excess water off. And I'm like, I cannot do that mentally. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, great Squidmar. This is a very subtle blend, hopefully. And... let's take a little bit. Yeah, that's pretty close to the primer color. We're going to wet blend on here. Go dancing in the rain. Yeah, that's like stupid close. That's actually really nice. That's stupid close to the original color. That's nice. Side inside out, living the vida loca. Saw a devil red and her skin's the color mocha. Side inside out. Maybe just a little bit more wet blending here. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good color blend. That's good. That's a good North Star right there. That is a very, very good North Star. Okay. I tend to try to do a design thing, like the North Star, having a part of the model that's like, this is basically what I want the vibe to be. That's what I call the North Star in my mini painting. It says, every time I'm like, what do I want to add? I look back to that panel. I'm like, okay. We gotta make sure it matches. Maybe eventually I can get the airbrush on the bottom here. Start blending everything by hand. That'd be nice. Okay. This is a little cramped in here. But we can make it. We can do it. So has everybody got planned for the weekend? Anything fun? Anything cool that you can't wait to tell somebody about? You want to tell somebody about and you're just so bursting with excitement, but you have no one to talk to. That's what I'm here for. That's me. Personally, I'm going to be going and visiting some friends in the great city of Austin. Excited for that. It's not going to be a super long trip. It's just going to be basically touch base, play some games, then we're going to come back. This is going to pop off on the Grey Knight subreddit. For better or for worse, we will see which one it is. I think the Grey Knights players, they have that quirked up white boy card. They're not going to be as mean as some of the Black Templars players were. Holy shit. Dude, impressionable young Amethyst, just getting started in this hobby, that was a fucking nightmare, man. I look back at it and laugh. It's type 3 fun. But that was wild. Oh, right. That was supposed to be like a little design there, I think. Oof. These colors are super close. I don't know if that's going to swing it. I don't know if that's going to be good. We might have to... Oh, wait. I'll bet what I could do... Ooh, it's going to be difficult, but I could do it. Is freehand the design, because they have, it's not just like the two colors are very similar, but they separate it with a black line. I think we might have to do that. It's terrifying, by the way, to do that, but we're gonna try. I think that's probably a good thing to do right about now. Let's try it, because black is a bitch to cover up later. Believe in your hand-eye coordination, Amethyst. Believe in yourself. Believe that you know what you're doing. Because you've been at this for too long to not know what you're doing. You can do this, girl. That's a little too... It's okay. It's still wet. We can fix it. There we go. Yes. I think I'm due for another rewatch of Legally Blonde. I think I'm due for one, truly. I love the movie. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. Yeah. Okay. We're going to have to cover up some of that freehand because there's a little bit of too thick of line like right here, but that's pretty easy to fix. Getting there can be half the fun. Don't stop me till I'm good and done. It's the perfect day. Nothing standing in my way. I'll show you how valuable Elwoods can be. Nothing can go wrong. Look at that, guys. Okay, come on. Can we focus, baby? Come on. Focus. That's not a bad freehand. Now we gotta rinse and repeat on the rest of the model. Okay. Let's try to get some of those flowers in. Okay, yeah. So there's no, like, circular shape. It just goes right into the flowers. Guys, remember, references are not cheating. And some of you might be like, well, of course not. Why would anybody think that they are cheating? But young Amethyst really didn't think, like, I'm like, no, I don't need references. I'm above references. No, you're not. You're not above references. Use references. Use a reference. Thank you. So I get paid the big bucks. Now, for those of you who are watching in the future on YouTube, the artist that's playing right now is Kina Grannis, who legitimately, her music is so wholesome and beautiful. Please give her a listen. She deserves more people to love and adore her the way that I do. I will always rep her for as long as I live. She's listening to insert unpopular band here. Well, I mean... Kina Grannis is, sorry about that. Kina Grannis is very... It's more or less kind of obscure. If you have to kind of know your indie scene a little bit to know about Kina Grannis. But if you watch Crazy Rich Asians, you know who she is because she plays the music and the wedding scene on Crazy Rich Asians. So you know who she is if you've watched that movie. She's pretty obscure, yeah, but she's amazing. Beautiful voice, lovely guitar skills. Yes, very talented. Very talented. If I could erect a shrine to her, I think I would. No. She seems really, really wholesome. Like a good person. I would love to have competition whenever the Spotify Wrapped comes out. You gotta make me work for my, 0.1% of listeners, guys. Come on. Listen to her music. I want to work for that place. I want to earn it. I want to show my devotion. If I was a knight, she would be my lady that I would be dedicating myself to. Fucking love her stuff, dude. Cannot glaze her enough. This is a message from your heart. And eventually we're going to have to outline that in black. The thing with the Mystery Machine is that all these colors in value. Here's it. Amethyst. Art corner. Lesson here. Okay. There's a difference between value, color value, and color, I guess. Hue. The color values on the Mystery Machine are very similar. I suspect if I turned the machine into a black and white picture... Do I need to start shaving? Anyway, I'm very vulnerable when I say that. I suspect that if I turned it into black and white, the differences would be nearly non-existent. So that's why they have the black lines around everything, to make them all pop out individually. I'm gonna need to do that here. I would simply say all the ideals immediately. Easy. Yeah. Put your ladder to the sky. How can that make sense when I got millions on my mind? Shout out Wandering Eyeball. Or Watching Eyeball. That's his screen name. These were a gift I will never forget. A woman and now they only say congratulations. Okay. Oh, I was patient. Okay, I'm not going to do the internal circle until I'm done with this freehand. Life is like a ball game. Oh, yeah, I need to check that out. Top Flow Lifestyle. My mama calls, see you on TV. Okay. Yeah, the Stormlight Archive, yep. I've heard a lot of things. Let's get a little zoom in here. So far. The freehand will always look scrunkly when you first do it. That's why we do sketches. Really, I should have gone in with pencil and done the whole thing, but, you know, whatever. Yes, and there is a black line separating all of the green from the blue. I like anything with really good world building. It helps me figure out how to build my own worlds. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back over that. Can hear the sound of violins long before it begins. What was I doing here? That was not the right one. That was not the right color. I'm like, what was I doing again? Yep. We'll clean up those lines eventually. I want them to be as precise as I can make them. And the thing with freehanding here, especially with these straight lines, it's really hard to make a straight line and a perfect circle. So, a lot of times you'll see mini painters go over the same spot a couple times to make that line as straight as possible with different colors. So, don't sweat it if your lines aren't perfectly straight on your freehand. They rarely ever are straight. Don't panic. You will get there. go. Okay. Think of me. I feel like I kind of want this panel to be green as well. I think that would be kind of fun, just to have a solid green panel. I don't know, maybe I could put a little flower in here somewhere. Okay, so I'm going to interpret these as wheels. Because the wheels have the little thing on them too. So his little leggies. His League of Leggings. That's going to be like the wheels. On the Mystery Machine. These panels here. Yeah. Walking fast, faces pass, and I'm homebound. White girl music is the spice of life. Boom! Still miss you. Guys, I'm so hungry. I think Lemur King's bringing back some pasta for me. Yes. I might be getting to see some kitties tonight. Oh my gosh, you guys made me remember. I'm going to get to see kitties tonight. I'm so excited. My friends have kitties. And, like, you can just pick them up and take them. Like, they're just the chillest cats. And I'm like, get over here. But the food at the finest school. I am getting... There's a really good Italian place. And I'm like, can I get some pasta? And the American's like, I told you I'd get you anything you want today. I'm like, yay. So I'm getting some pasta. Dude, they are so cute. Hold on. I love these kitties. These kitties are everything. I'm gonna get so many more pictures of kitties tonight. Look at this fucking cat. Look at that cat. We were chilling. We were boys. Look at this little fucking cat. Look at that cat. He's so cute. One of them's name is Gengi, and the other one's, I think, Chimchar. Or something like that. There's like Gengar and Chimchar or something like that. So Chimmy and Gengi. Just a little fella. And like, it was actually funny. We had a picture happen. So my friends have a day of the week where they get together and they play more like mass appeal board games, like Chameleon and stuff like that. And that's tonight. It's the Friday night. And there's Saturday night, or maybe Sunday. I forget. I think it's either Sunday or Saturday. And that is the more complex board game night. And I was just reading the entire time. And just like reading on, well, they were playing like, I forget what it was. It was some sort of really complex board game. And then my husband walks up to me. And he has a big smile and a cat in his arms. And he just puts the cat on my lap as a gift. And I'm like, yes. And we were boys, dude. Oh, think like Twilight Imperium type shit. Like one game will take the entire night. Sort of thing. That is their complex board game night. Yeah. Yeah, and then the more mass appeal are things like Chameleon and things like that. I think that might be my food. I think I heard the door close and I think I just got a text. Yeah, and I hear a bag rustling. Hold on. I think that might be my food. I think we might take a break to eat really quick. Yeah, you never played Chameleon? He's outside. Oh, it's outside my door. I got DoorDash. It's my husband. Take a risk, a chance, make a change. 1, 2, 3. 1, 3. Okay. Break away. Spread my wings all out of flight. It's not easy, tired boy. I won't forget once I confide. Make a chance, make a change, and break away. This one kind of has more of a circle. Like the wheels. So she said, it's a problem, baby. I don't know, well, maybe I'm in love. Think about it every time I think about it. Can't stop thinking about it. Just a cure, 'cause I can't ignore it if it's love. Blue skies, without sunlight, shimmering love. These lines aligning me whenever alone. There we go. Yabble! Oh, dude, that's a lot of pasta. Now I want to take a nap. I want to take a nap now. God damn. That was a lot of pasta. I'm so sleepy. Meeby. The missile is EB. The missile is tired and needs sleb. Spin a little tighter. Words a little lighter. I'm in love. Know what this is. Hey now, this is what dreams are made of. Someone please, God, send me Lizzie McGuire Battle Sisters or Space Marines or Eldari or anything. Let's keep this theme running. Let's do all cartoons. Cartoon 2026. That is the year, yes. Okay. These aren't quite... I feel like these aren't quite even the way that they need to be. Okay, please. Thank you. You see what I mean? They kind of look lopsided. We might have to start with blank canvas again before we get too far in. We're going to let that dry before I do that. I think I was trying too hard to make it match how the spokes of the wheel attach to the wheel. I don't think I need to be doing that. I think I was trying too hard to do it that way. I think that was just a little bit too much. Too much ambition. Not enough vision. Lizzie or Hilary Duff putting on a fake Italian accent for this movie is iconic. I'm in love with fake Italian Hilary Duff. It's so funny. The Lizzie McGuire movie is a work of art, and you cannot come at me. She does seem pretty nice. From what I've heard, she is pretty nice. She came out with something new recently, and, like, it's not very good. I listened to it, because I was a huge Hilary Duff person when I was a kid. And some of her, like, more adult stuff that she made, like when she made Stranger, that was pretty good. There's a couple songs that she made when she was older that were pretty good, so I'm gonna give it a listen, and it's just like, well, you know. It's just not as good, but that's fine. So I recorded a new episode with the boys last night of Warp Storm Radio, where I wrote my own shitty fan fiction. And guys, I cannot tell you how hard it is to write something intentionally bad. Like, trust me, I've had my fair share of bad stuff that I've written. Not everything that comes off of your laptop or pen and paper is going to be a banger. I've written bad shit before. But to set out to intentionally write something bad is hard. It's just built different, yeah. Unless you're Haley Snaley, then everything that comes out of her shop is a masterpiece. You can only write things that are terrible. It's a practice thing. And like when it's like, oh, well, I know how to write. You think you do until you're actually trying to fucking write, you know? And then it's like, it's more than just putting words on paper. In like, yes, practice makes you better because it's like, and also reading is practice for writing. So, like, you're sort of getting an idea of, this is a good way to phrase this. Or, like, different words even that you can use to describe things. Or what have you. And your writing process becomes more streamlined as you go on. Oh, good. It's always good to join a creative writing club because then you get a second pair of eyes, third pair of eyes. Have you considered putting it out there, like on Substack? Just for fun? I write on Substack. That's where my writing is. And right now I'm working on a Cosmic Horror Beowulf. I actually need to do some permissions really quick. Because Lemur King needs permission to edit. Just do that really quick. Bjornulf, there we go. Chapter 2. I don't think I would feel... Oh, yeah, no, that's fine. When you're ready, Substack is a good place. Oh, there we go. There. Okay. You should be able to do it. But I do it on Substack. Hopefully we can get the second part out in a couple months of my Cosmic Horror Beowulf. I'm really enjoying the project. It's just tough. Because it's part mystery, part cosmic horror, and I'm not used to writing either. So it's actually quite tough. I think the paint might be too loose right now. But, yeah. Put it on Substack when you're ready. I'd love to, like, I love it when my lemurs publish stuff online. I get to see what they write. One of the gents from Warpstorm really likes Beowulf, so he asked me to send him the link to read the Beowulf story that I'm writing. Hoping they get around to it. I'd love to hear what they have to say. I'm actually struggling with the female lead quite a bit right now. Trying to figure out what exactly I want her story to look like. Because there's a male lead, obviously, it's Beowulf, and then there's a female lead. And I've been kind of struggling with her for a while. Because, like, I want to take her story. I want to make her pretty morally gray. And it's a little difficult. Because you don't want to make them so morally gray that they become unlikable. If you like writing horror, a good horror story is very good. I really do enjoy reading some good gothic horror. Like, even, there's actually a really good modern gothic paranormal book out there. And if you really like reading that kind of genre, I would recommend reading Affinity. It's set in, I think, the Victorian era. And it plays with, like, the Victorian boom of interest in, like, the paranormal. It's called, Affinity. If you like gothic sort of mystery, ghost story kind of stuff, read Affinity. It's really, really good. It also has like a queer romantic subplot, if you really are into that. I thought it was phenomenal. It's one of the few that I've actually rated 5 stars. Because it's just so beautifully written. It's a wonderful book. Whoever the author is, I forget who the author is. Yeah, I think it's Sarah Waters, yeah. It's exceptional. There's a really cool twist in it that is just amazing. Don't get me started on the main plots. Yeah, it has a romance subplot in there. It's very, very good. Okay, so I'm not crazy about the way that is. Let's just cover that up. I'm not crazy about how that turned out. It's going to benefit from keeping a design all the way through. What was I thinking? I was being silly here. There's also a gothic Cinderella story called, what is it? It's, It was pretty decent. I think I rated it 4-star because it was very good, but it wasn't like life-changing good. What was it called again? I sent it to my boys because they were interested. It gets kind of dark. It gets a little dark. But not super dark. It's like gray, you know. Let's see. I sent it to them. It's, The Shadow in the Glass. That's a good one, too. I liked that one. It was a good, like, it wasn't, I don't think, for me at least, it wasn't something that I thoroughly, like, I really enjoyed it, but, like, it wasn't, like, life-changing, you know? And so I didn't give it 5-star, but I gave it, like, 4-star. It's very good. My motivations are... My heart is racing, the sensation. I'm hoping at some point, there's a cute little bookstore near me. I kind of want to work there, if they are ever hiring. Either that or the hobby shop in town. I'd like to have a little bit of, like, just a day job kind of thing at some point. And there's, like, a really cute bookstore that I'm like, oh, I want to work for, like, an indie bookstore. Oh, yeah? Damn. Was it, like, more psych horror? I know you're into psych horror. Oh, there's, a movie that you might like. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's been making its rounds on Instagram. It's the Vortilac. It's, like, a French horror. Gothic horror. And it looks exceptional. And I think the creature, it's like a creature flick. And the creature is a puppet. It's a life-size puppet. Vortilac. I think it's Vourdlak. Laundry files, the regicide report. Got you. I'm gonna make this green as well. Come on, thank you. Yeah, that's a movie with a life-size puppet. It's like a French vampire thing. Yeah, it's really good. It looks really good. I want to watch it with Lemur King at some point. But it's a gothic horror. So it's probably going to be more suspenseful than anything. Which I enjoy a good gothic horror movie. I don't like typical horror. I like the mystery and the supernatural and the... But not like anything like The Exorcist or anything like that. I don't like anything that's classically scary. I like suspense scary, I think. This is the opening, by the way, to an anime called Red Data Girl. I found it when I was in high school, and I really liked it. I kind of want to find it again, stream it at some point, watch it. Not like stream it, but, you know, watch it on a streaming service. I'm not going to continue that pattern along these areas here. It's just not going to be worth it. It's just going to stay on the more easier to reach areas. I think it would take something away if I did it. Just know that it had a huge impact on me. Got it. Okay. I think I do want Mystery Machine to be in here. But I don't really want to go over that just yet. Then again, having green panels will help regardless. Okay, I got you. When I read, I like, I don't always read horror. I think technically, Frankenstein is horror. Dracula is definitely within the horror genre, but it's not scary. I like reading that kind of classic stuff when it comes to horror. It's just not a genre I gravitate toward, so I don't usually read horror. I typically stay in sci-fi, If there's horror elements in my book, I'm happy with it. That's fine. But I don't typically move toward horror as a genre to focus. Which is why this is really hard to write. Which is why the Beowulf thing is very hard to write. Because, like, I don't have a lot of experience reading horror. I have, however, read a good amount of H.P. Lovecraft. And it is cosmic horror. So, it's a different kind of thing. It's the idea of the impossible being terrifying. But I tend to gravitate toward sci-fi. I really like a good sci-fi. I tend to gravitate towards some fantasy. Some fantasy. Oh, got you. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, and if I want to watch it or read it, I will. I think, have book recommendations or like a book channel in my Discord. If you guys ever have any books that you like, feel free to drop it. We're a very literary heavy group here. I love encouraging reading. I love people encouraging each other to read. And that's a channel very rarely used, is the book club or the book channel. So if you ever have a book that you like, make sure to punch it in the Discord. I saw this cute video. I'm listening to an anime opening right now, so it's kind of like on my mind. There's like this Catholic nun who was talking about animes that she's watched. It was just so cute. Her opinions are straight gas, too. Like, the animes she watches are straight fucking gas, dude. Like, she has great taste in anime. It was a cute video. She has good taste. Oh my gosh, wow. You know, and I have heard arguments for and against content warnings. I think it's a good thing to put a content warning. I think we should be putting more content warnings on things. Because, like, yeah, okay, like, the argument has been made that's like, well, sheltering yourself from it and cutting yourself off from certain traumas isn't going to help you heal. But also, there's a time after a trauma where, like, you probably shouldn't be watching something about the trauma. It's not productive. And it's okay when you're reading something or watching something for fun to be able to figure out, okay, well, this is something that I'm not quite ready to see yet. Like, I've only just been able to start watching things that have, like, really heavy depictions of, like, I'll be gruesome here, corpses. Like, after my mother passed, I kept getting vivid memories every time I saw, like, a zombie movie or something like that. I couldn't watch zombie movies because I got really horrible night terrors about it. And it just wasn't the time. And I can start watching them now. Like, I've seen things and, it, you know, like, watch things with kind of, like, a more death focus, right? And I just made a skull. So it's like, I'm coming out of it. But, like, for a while, I'm like, I'm just going to avoid this. Well, she was on an interview and they were talking about anime, and she was talking about the animes she's watched, and they were straight fucking gas, dude. A lot of those animes were good. And someone who's not fit with a headspace. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Mm-hmm. None reviews animes. That would be cool. There's, I know that there's an obscure YouTuber out there. He's part of the Eastern Orthodox clergy. And he does, like, movie reviews. He calls it, like, dissecting or something, or dismembering, movie dismemberment, or something like that. It's actually pretty good. He has some interesting things to say. Seems like a smart dude. He had his little, I think, 5 minutes on the internet a while back. I'm sure he has, like, a pretty staunch following, but, like, yeah. That does exist. Roman cavalry choir singing, be my mirror, my sword, shield, missionaries in the foreign field. This is starting to look like the Mystery Machine. I'm really excited about this. Yeah, this is looking like Scooby-Doo. This is incredible. I'm so excited about this. This is actually taking a lot shorter of a time than I thought it would. That's good. Let's focus. Thank you. Should I start doing maybe some of the black detailing? I think I might. I'm going to start tying it in a little bit. I paint like a crackhead. I do whatever part strikes me at the time as a good part to do, which probably is not a good way to do this. No, that's actually. My mirror, sword, shield. But I think they're... Oh, there goes my camera. Alright, we're gonna have to switch it out. It couldn't have died a little bit earlier. I needed you to cool down, baby. I guess it did cool down a little bit. Camera, I heard... Camera, I hardly know her. Yeah, this isn't too warm. It did have a period of cooldown for like 20 minutes. Right at my favorite song, you know that? Okay, what? My head hurts. Okay. Beep, boop, 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 beep, 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 beep. Where to go? Also, sleepy people beepy. After that pasta, make me eepy. Damn. I was sleepy eepy once, then you went to sleep and now you're not sleepy eepy, or are you still sleepy eepy? Beepy beepy oh beepy. Amethyst saying fucking gibberish for 20 minutes straight. Hold it in for a let. Wasn't this the trailer music for the Croods? Or Croods or whatever? And you were no longer sleepy, yeah. I saw this stand-up routine, and it was like long rest. You know, you wake up feeling refreshed, and that's the idea. So you go to sleep, and you wake up feeling better, or whatever. And it's like, that's not my experience. Like, this comedian was like, I wake up, and I feel worse. I need to start doing all of the stuff that I did before bed that gave me a really good night's sleep. Because I think that's why I've been, like, feeling, like, a lot more, emotionally vulnerable. I don't know. Losing some enthusiasm and stuff like that. I think I'm just tired. I think I need to be doing all the things that helps me actually unwind before bed. But, you know, like, I've been playing a lot more video games recently at night, and I don't get a lot of time to do that. So sometimes I'll play video games for too long. I'll get too into it, and I don't want to stop. So then I don't actually do all my reading like I normally did, or like drink my teas. Did I plant chamomile this year? I don't know if I did. I should plant some chamomile in my witchy garden. I call it the witchy garden. I'm not actually. I don't do witch. I'm not a witch, but like it's a witchy little garden. It's cute. I'm witchy in the sense that I play Zinch. I just like plants. And crystals. I like crystals as well. I stop doing that. That's annoying. I'm not very witchy. I don't have to put you on trial and weigh you against a duck. Yes. Poor ducky. The duck is merely a tool to see if someone is a witch, because if she's lighter than a duck, then she's a witch. Easy, 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 easy. Trying to think of what other places. This would probably be a piston in here. But I'll get through this. I love the line that Cher said in an interview once. It's like, my mother told me I need to settle down and marry a rich man. She said, but Mama, I am a rich man. And I'm like, I love you, Cher. Okay. Ooh, I need to contact Sisters of Battle on Instagram. She wants to play. She does Gang Sisters of Battle. That's her tag. She wants to play some games at some point. I need to get back to her now that I have more RAM and I can play Space Marine 2. Absolutely. But now that I have more RAM and can play Space Marine 2 more, I would love to play with her. Just a couple girlies. John, Sister of Battle. The Sister of Battle. Hey, Geese. Welcome in, buddy. How's it going? Haven't heard from you in a while. Okay, we need to do our lift on the ad break. I completely forgot to do that. Okay, go. I'm a nervous rinser. Like, people are like, oh, brush is getting too dry. And I'm like, your brushes get too dry? Because every time I'm processing a thought, I fucking rinse my brush. Every time. My brushes are never dry. They're mostly too wet. Because It's a little fucking, it's a fidget that I do. It's a little fidget, a little nervous habit. You're ruining the curve, you asshole! Good job, though. I'm proud of you. Ruining the curve. I always wanted to fuck the curve in my science classes, but I never could. I was never a curve ruiner. Actually, I was once in chemistry of all classes. I ruined the curve in chemistry. Once. My professor, actually, she was not supposed to do this, I'm sure, but she passes me my test, and she's like, you got the highest grade. And I was like, fuck yeah! The subject is Java, and I literally ate oh yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I did JavaScript for a while when I coded. But how are you? How's your hobbying? Have you been hobbying recently, or too busy ruining the curve? Yeah. Class is ramping up, for sure. The socializing I did in uni a lot of times was studying. We had to study. Okay, it is the ad break. I should do my reps. Trying to get muscle mommy shoulders. This did not come easy for me. Just let me get this before I forget about it. Coming ranting to myself alone in a dark class while Aww, that's so cute. I love that. Welcome back. That is great news. Bad news for your mortal enemies. It is good news. It is good news for us. We like you here. At least I do. Snail haters? Who can hate snails? I mean, when they get in my orchids. I've never had a snail in my orchid, though. Some people have had slugs and snails in their orchids, but I have never had that. Hey, Lawrence. Welcome in. Welcome in. I have to do my reps really quick. Mas jamás te voy a dar. Como siempre no mires atrás. La tuya y la verdad de la igual. Okay. Gotta do my reps. Sorry. Ugh. Most nails are cute. Six. They're under my desk. Trying to get muscle mummy shoulders. And so every ad break, I'm trying to remember to do 10 reps of presses, which works your front and side delts. No te queda bien, así que corre, 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 corazón. Ugh. Oh man, my calves would be so sore. I need to get back into running so that way I don't have to work calves as much. I used to run a lot. Probably, I'll try to get some shoes, maybe around my birthday when I can justify it, and really get back into a lot more distance running. I miss my cardio not being a limiting factor. But yeah, I'm trying to get bigger shoulders. And so I'm trying to do 10 reps every ad break. So I have roughly 3 to 4, upwards of 6 ad breaks. Chocolate bar. They removed the refunded chocolate. So, oh my god, you need to complain about that. No, but like you need to complain about that. Make sure you get your money out of it. Away from responsibilities, but regardless. I do enjoy running. It was nice when I had like days off of stream and I would like run in the mornings and then take a nap. Because it was hot. So I come in, I get a shower. It is a box knot, yeah. I literally like would go out. I was looking forward to my runs because I'm like, I'm going to be so tired. I'm going to take a shower and then I get to take a nap. And I was so excited for my nap that I woke up to go run. I know that sounds weird, right? But like when you have such a good fucking nap waiting for you. Raven, welcome in. Everybody had the main goes. We have a rival lemur gang. Let me go ahead and get you a shout out. My name is Amethyst. I paint models on here. I'm currently doing a Scooby-Doo themed Dreadnought. Got your cat to jump up on your lap. Oh, at the cat cafe. What kind of kitty? It was refunded. You just don't have chocolate. I'm sorry, sweetie. Maybe you can order a chocolate bar with your refund from another place. Here we go. I know. F in the chat. It was a tuxedo cat. Oh, those are so cute. I'm going to get to see kitties today. I'm so excited. But yeah, Raven, if you want to stay out and hang, you absolutely can. We're working on some fun stuff. But if you need to go rest your eye, I understand. Oh, nice. What'd you finish? What game did you finish? Aw, W Folly. Okay. Sometimes I'll do that. I'm like, fuck it. I'm still getting boba. Like... I know, like, I wake up, like, when I used to wake up and, like, oh, there's a nap waiting on me. Ooh, Horizon. Okay. See, Lawrence has a point. Before I go and hit the road. Somehow napping in the classroom with everyone gone. Oh, nice. So you nap in the classroom? I was always like, oh, I wish that there were napping places on campus when I used to be at uni. I always wanted some place to nap in the middle of the day because I was on campus all day at one point. I'm like, I could use a nap. But there's no good places to nap. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for the raid. Thank you for stopping in. Take care of yourself. Oh, dude. Naps, I would look forward to those Tuesdays and Thursdays. Till then, when can you do this again? Why am I doing it like this? I could probably airbrush this. Why am I doing it like this? I'm going to do it on the other side just to make it match, but why am I doing it like this? It's silliness. It's silliness. I could just hit it with like an ink or something. It's about the journey, not the destination. Yeah, thank you, Geese. I appreciate that. This has been a lot of fun so far. Today's been an only Scooby-Doo stream. I think maybe Fridays we'll work on the Dreddy. or whatever, if I can put a full day's work on a dready once a week. Man, I miss the days when Owl City had his fame. Like his 5 seconds of fame. Oh, good days, man. You were eating good in this time period if you were into twee. Ruh-roh, Raggy, Horace looks angry. I think when twee stopped being popular, I think that's when everything for me seemed to start going a little bit more chaotic, you know? While twee was still in vogue, times were simpler. Yeah, I have witches here. I have my 1,000 Suns, the witches. Never get nervous seeing a dready. Let's see who this really is. Calder Drago? No, I don't know who would be in a dreadnought. I don't know who the dreadnoughts are in Grey Knights. I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you meddling inquisitors. I don't know. Rogel Dorn! It is I, Rogel Dorn. I thought my disguise was well fortified. Don't know why anymore. Oh no, no. Girls rock the boys. Yeah, resumes, CVs, very difficult. They're, and like the thing is that you kind of have, well, a CV is different, but a resume you have to like tailor to every job application, which I think is bullshit, but hey. A lot of the job application processes are kind of bullshit. In the US, at least. Job hunting here is BS, dude. Yeah? Yeah, that's true, I remember that. That was a thing when I was applying as well. When I still had to, like, do all the application stuff. Yeah, that was difficult. Because, like, a person might not even be the one rejecting you anymore. It's like AI. And the shitty thing is that, like, I think there's, like, I forget how much on LinkedIn is a ghost job. But I think it's, like, 30% of jobs or something on LinkedIn are ghost jobs. On average, depending on where you are. Seattle has, I think, only, like, 10%. So, like, 16% are ghost jobs. But I saw a statistic on the internet, so it must be true. And it said, like, 30% in the United States are ghost jobs. Yeah. Exactly. And then, like, it's like, oh, well, there's not a lot of experience on here. It's like, because I have to put in so many keywords, man. You want to hear my full fucking job history? You need to stop using AI. and let me write for a person. Okay, so ghost job is a job that people post up online. It's not real. They're not actually hiring for the position. But they're putting it out there on like LinkedIn so that way their company looks like it's experiencing growth. And so investors are more likely to invest. To basically convince the AI to suggest you as the best candidate. Truth, I don't know, but it seems fair. And like the thing is that if a person actually sees that, I don't know, it says it's invisible to the human eye. Yeah, hidden to the human eye. Then I guess, I mean, go for it. Like anything to get you an edge. I'd look more into that and like actually really look around and see if that's a good thing to do, because I feel like that's not. Like I feel like that could be really hit or miss. Yeah. But I don't know, maybe the AI would flag that. Or something like that. That's something you also have to think about. Is the AI gonna flag this? If I hit this with an airbrush, it'll be better. Because these are a lot of places to get in. Maybe I'll just put a little bit of that here. Yeah, fake jobs. It's a ghost job. They don't, yeah. They're not actually hiring for that position sometimes. But they'll still make you go to the interview because they have to say that, oh, we just didn't find a suitable candidate. They have to have that, or else I think it might even be illegal. So it's a legal gray area. And it's like, how do you even police that? You know? I'm down at this point, yeah. You want to play stupid games, win stupid prizes, you know? I ran to this nearly every morning. I still have it on my workout playlist too, for like when I'm going till failure on something, because she's just so happy. You know? The singer is so happy in this song. And it's like, oh yes. Make me happy to be doing squats till failure, please. Yo, Isoba. Also, I love this anime. That's so funny. Play with the system. For sure. Whoa, what? I love legally gray stuff. Like, I technically can't recreate hide YouTube videos when scrapping and playing the videos from their website. But if I obstruct it accidentally. Legal gray areas are a lot of fun. Especially when the common man uses it and it's like, there's a gnat on my wall and it's making me angry that I can't kill it. Oh, yeah. Well, I did have Dennis here for a while, but he wasn't doing his job. I think he left or died. He probably died. It was probably the end of his lifespan. Dennis was here eating gnats for me. He was on my windowsill. We had a tentative partnership. I had Dennis for a while to do that for me. Yeah, I think he lived his natural lifespan. I think he passed away. I haven't seen him. I think he passed away. I didn't kill him or anything. I didn't even kick him out. He just died of natural causes, I think. Yeah. Yeah, Dennis passed away of old age. Because I have not seen any webs recently, and I honestly kind of miss him a little bit. Yeah, he lived a good life. Even though I threatened him every so often. Like, do your job. I don't know, maybe I stressed him out too much. His work-life balance ended up just becoming too much, you know? Like, he didn't have work-life balance anymore, and so he died. Can we have a wake for Dennis? I don't know where his body is. I don't know where Dennis's body is. So I don't know. We could have a wake for Dennis. I'm trying to think of how I do it. Like, I don't know. We could have a little memorial for Dennis. I don't know what to do for him, though. I won't have anything with spiders on it, you know? Maybe I could, like, have, like, a little... I don't know. Maybe make a... I'll have to think about it. What we can do for Dennis. Because he did do good work here. Yeah. I feel like... So... Dennis was a little spider on my windowsill. I'm arachnophobic. But I saw how many gnats were lying dead on my windowsill. And I'm like, alright, you can stay if you eat the gnats for me. And so he did. So he was the only spider that I was like cool with. For a while he was slacking off. He's on a mission, yeah. My little angel, my little spider angel. I'm still arachnophobic, by the way. It did not work. I'm sorry, Dennis. I was fond of him, but I'm still arachnophobic. But yeah, Dennis was a spider on my windowsill, and we had a tentative alliance. And now Dennis is gone. He lived out his natural lifespan. He did his best. He really did. Yeah, Dennis did his best. And now I have gnats in my room again because Dennis isn't here. And so, yeah, I think it's appropriate. Maybe we could give him a little memorial. A little tiny coffin. I could sculpt a tiny coffin for Dennis. Put some flowers around it. We'll have a little memorial for Dennis. I could probably do that. Coffins don't seem too hard to sculpt. And then starts ugly crying. He would have lived longer. Yeah, little Dennis. He did good work. He really tried his best. Please don't Dreadnought coffin though. Dennis deserves better. He does deserve better. Dennis will be allowed the Emperor to be at the Emperor's side now. He really did work very hard. We hardly knew ya. Yeah, I know. Their lives are so short. Oh my god. What did he think? What did your teacher think? Or she? Or whatever. What did they think? I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. You read a book once? I did too. Called Dreadnought? Oh, interesting. A fellow infinite jest. Fellow infinite. I knew him. I love that. Terrifying. While walking away to help another student. The next thing you need to tell them is how baby iron warriors are made. Everyone get in the Discord, right? Yeah, we can all right here. Hold on, let's make a Discord channel for Dennis. Cute Dennis moments. I don't know, maybe I should make a special little, like, temporary channel for Dennis. Hold on. Here we go. You know, how about in the chat? We'll punch it in the chat, and I'll put this on. Everybody think of what you want to say to Dennis. Here we go. Everybody write a few words for Dennis. Dennis was a good spider. He wasn't too big to freak me out. He was just small enough for me to see him. But the change that he made in here was big enough to see from orbit. Love each other very much. They have a special wish for a baby. Get suspended, yeah. Is this just instrumental? This is just the instrumental. Here we go. This is better. This is what I was actually thinking of. We'll miss you, Dennis. Every day. Every time I see a knot in my room, I'll think about you, Dennis. Farewell, Dennis, king of arachnids, whose long and faithful friendship those who knew you won't forget. Though your body will decay, your spirit lingers on in the quiet, web-spun places of your forest home. May your many-eyed descendants ever flourish, and your human friends find solace for the loss they have sustained. Damn, that was beautiful. Not mine, though. No, those are beautiful, though. Beautiful words. Beautiful words. Dennis. Bro. Oh, okay, got you for everyone's death. Got it, yeah. My tiny little spider in the window. I'm getting emotional. Oh my god. Dennis, gone too soon. He was a hard worker, a family man. He had plenty of loved ones at home counting on him, and I'm sure he never disappointed them. He was always there for us whenever we needed him. Always had his 8 shoulders for anyone to cry on. He was a good arachnid, dare I say, a friend to all, and a fierce guardian. Rest easy, Dennis. You have repaid her kindness back tenfold. Oh, Dennis. I'll miss you, buddy. I'm actually getting a little emotional. I kind of miss Dennis. Am I missing a spider? You know what? You know what we're gonna do? What we're gonna do? A family spider. Does Lemur King know about Dennis? I don't know if he knows about Dennis. Hold on. I'm gonna put this in the description. Here we go. We changed the title. sing Ave Maria. Dennis. I think I should make a little post about Dennis. I should make a story post, yeah. I think I should do it. You will be missed, Dennis. You were a good window spider. This is officially a Dennis memorial stream. His favorite food was gnats. Don't cry for Dennis. He would have wanted to re-put to rejoice, to laugh, to celebrate his life. Oh, Dennis. Officially a Dennis memorial stream. Not my little window spider, gone before his time. He lived a good, long life for a window spider. Did it? Did you miss Dennis too? I kind of tearing up a little bit too. I miss Dennis. My creepy little guy. And now back to happy stuff. Oh yeah, no. When Hera went, I was destroyed for a couple days. Yeah. When Hera passed away, I could not. There was a stream for her, and I was, like, trying not to cry. I miss my dog. Even though she served face to me at any chance she got, you know? She really did serve cunt. Oh, nice. What kind of dog? Oh, Jack Russell. Okay, do your parents have a lot of land? Or are they very active? They might need to hire a dog sitter or walker if they can't do it. Good luck! He was a good window spider. I mean, his cobwebs, I think, are still there. I'm pretty sure I haven't cleaned that window. His web is still there. Aw. Well, that's gonna be perfect. Yeah, yeah. And I mean, it's good. That's good, though. And you're gonna end up having a good partnership with that dog. Yeah, I kept his room as is. I haven't cleaned his room yet. Yeah, getting attached to him, not only for you to be a whole life passed in front of my eyes. Till next time. Yeah, till next time. Thank you for stopping in. Yeah, his room is still the same. Yeah, and I think that's about the natural lifespan of them. He lived out his natural lifespan. It's a natural one for small spiders. There's some surprisingly long lifespans, though. So small spiders really only do last a year or two? I used to hate having him in here with me. And then after a while, I would come in with my coffee and I'm like, good morning, Dennis. I don't know, actually. Anybody could be that guy. Ooh, up to 30 years. That's crazy. I need to make him some tea. Lemur King has allergies. We both do. His are worse. Need to make him some thistle tea. Or nettle. Nettle, not thistle. Jeez. Old spider. Remember every time I would adjust the blinds, Dennis would be like, yo, what the fuck? He'd start scrambling. I could see him just being like, are you kidding me? I just built that section of my house, man. I'm like, dude, I need to adjust the blinds. I could tell I'm getting so frustrated. I mean, admittedly, fair. Yes, this is the Mystery Machine. I'm glad you could tell, actually. It's looking like, I guess it's looking like the Mystery Machine, because it seems like people can tell that this is the Mystery Machine. Okay, that is completely opaque. Good. Exactly, yeah. Hey, I could see him being like, you know, just, bro. Could almost see him. I've seen bad times today. Don't go out tonight. Well, it's bound to take your life. There's a bad moon on the rise. The best thing you could do for Dennis is remember how much he meant to you, yes. They ride on top of the van, or is the mystery gang? This is a... Well, one of the mystery gang, I think, has died in service of solving mysteries. And so now, or he was beyond repair. Unless I shoved him in a dreadnought. Got you. Spontaneous. Never heard of it. I want to see the Dreadnought be a stoner. Well, Zet wants, he's actually going to have different, units be different things. So his crow, actually, I think is going to be Shaggy. Because he got the box set. So he has crow. And I think he says that that one's going to be Shaggy. Oh, geez. That's crazy. Yeah, this is Grey Knights. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Hence the name Spawn. Oh, I've heard of that one. It's like a weird coming of age sort of thing, too. Like, it's a coming of age movie. Yeah, yeah. I've heard of that one. I've heard it's actually pretty good. Very touching, I suppose. Oh, nice. I was considering having a WhatsApp for business, but I don't know. Is the skull finished? Yes, it is. It's very scrunkly looking. I'll need to retry it at some point. Yeah, they do business accounts. But I'm like, I want to make sure that it doesn't actually give my personal number on my profile. Okay, this freehand is a fucking nightmare. Oh my god, okay. I need to let that dry and then go over it again, I think, because oof. Because ooh. Eventually we'll get it right. Is not it? Oh, do you not have a good business email? Right now, it's like people can DM me for requests. That's how I operate. It's pretty unofficial, truly, but these are gonna be a nightmare. Okay, yeah. Then, yeah, make sure you have one that looks more professional. Well, I mean, I was thinking about getting a Squarespace for a while. For official uses. You're gonna oil paint to get the black in the recesses. I don't have any oil paints. So I just gotta thug it out. Moving out of Squarespace? Oh, moving out of Squarespace. Okay, gotcha. Sorry, that took me a second. Okay, can we focus, please? Thank you. Angel ain't from no heaven. I heard there's a bunch of people who had a problem with the new Charlie's Angels. Like, a lot of people really didn't like the movie. Soundtrack's fire. And this also extends to your English? No, your English is spelled pretty good. From what I've noticed. This is basically a process of erasing the old freehand. You can only do this a few times. Like, I cannot do this more than maybe like 1 or 2 more times. I have to get it right in the next 1 or 2 tries before it starts getting texture, which is not good. That's like death on your model. So I have to get it together soon. You sure you aren't dyslexic? I don't think I am. You could also have something else, potentially. Like dysgraphia or something like that, or I don't know, maybe some people just aren't that great at spelling. I think sometimes we expect people, like, if you're typical, like neurotypical, that you're going to be good or proficient at everything. I think sometimes people just have strengths and weaknesses. So maybe. If you want to get it checked out, totally, because, like, if you do have like some sort of reading disorder or spelling disorder, it's good to get it checked out, because then they can give you ways to work around it. I don't know, they should have some sort of like counseling for that on campus. Check your local disability services on campus and see if they have anything for you. Because if you're playing with an uneven hand, there's no shame in evening the playing field. Get it checked out. Exactly. Exactly. Or like, I exclusively read on green paper. Like, I had to have green paper or something like that when I studied. And if you get it sorted out now, you're better off in the future to ask for accommodations from your employer. You need to know what your employer is, though. Like, or you need to know that you have it, though, first to be able to get it from your employer. Yeah, green paper. So a lot of times people with reading difficulties will use green paper because it's not as... A lot of dyslexia and reading disabilities happen partly because white paper and black font is too much of a contrast, and so using green paper or using a green filter over things sort of settles the font down. Yeah. So it basically creates less of a contrast. And so your eyes are more able to read easier. A lot of people just even prefer it, even if they don't have a reading disability. Yeah. But I would say go get it checked out by a professional. Because before you go into the workforce, you want to know whether or not you need accommodations in the workplace. You're going to need to know that so you can get those from your employer. And I'm sure you can demand accommodations later, even if you get tested and it turns out positive later. But it's good to get it done now, while basically you're just in school. And it's pretty low stakes. Yeah, what I used to do, there's stuff on Amazon or whatever. Look on Amazon. There's also sheets you can get, transparent sheets that have a tint to them. And some people prefer blue, some people prefer green, some people prefer different colors. So I used green because that's what I preferred. But like they have filters you can just put over your computer screen and it makes it green. So like if I was writing on a document, I can just pop. There's my green paper. Another thing you can do if you write on Google Docs a lot, or really any document, is you can change the paper type on the screen to a different color. So I did like a light green. My color was green. Some people really liked blue. And so like you can go and set the page to a different color. So like what you're looking at on the computer screen isn't stark white. It's like maybe a light green or a light blue, or some people I think like pink. And you can just change that in the document. And I would always do that and then quick change it to white before I turned something in writing. Yeah. And dark mode, I think, seems to help some people as well, but it's not as good as having, like, green on black or whatever. I think for most people. So, I used to be a disability service. Like, I worked a little bit with disability services personally, but then I also had people that I was, like, an academic coach. I was an academic coach for a couple years in university. And I actually ended up getting a lot of people into disability services and like giving them, because I also believe that even if you don't have like a disability, some of the things that are used for people with disabilities are really beneficial for anybody, because it either reduces some sort of strain. So like, you know, a lot of the things that I discovered that helped me with my ADHD, I would recommend to people who were neurotypical or didn't have ADHD, because it just reduces executive function load. And that's good for everybody. Our darling Dennis. I tried pink, it hurt my eyes. Yeah, it's probably because it was bright. We're looking, when I say like change to green paper, I'm not talking about bright green. I'm talking about like a light green paper. Yeah. Too many eyes. So yeah, I would say like a pastel green or something like that would be a good bet, or a pastel pink. Like it can't be, it can't be too bright or else it will hurt your eyes. It's got to be more like a gentler color. But it does help people read. Even people without reading disabilities really enjoy reading on green paper. Ooh, what are you painting them? Are you painting them bright pink? Yeah, I'm gonna disappoint you. Pink and black again. Like the combination. Nice. It is a good combination. Very Avril Lavigne. I remember my parents hated it when I painted my nails black. It's just a good neutral color. I prefer having more neutral colored nails now because black is actually quite hard to keep up with. Because you can tell when it grows out. But I do like it. It's a good neutral color. It adds a little bit of, I'm a little different, you know? Black nails are fun. But I don't usually do them. I usually go for a neutral. I don't really know where to start. I mean, I used to get acrylics, but that isn't necessarily good for your nails. Gel's good for your nails. It's better for your nails. My sister gets Gel Plus, I think. I've been wanting to do, like, gel, like, UV stuff. Like, get a UV kit, so that way I paint my nails, because I'm less likely to bite them. So it's really a kind of a restorative thing for my nails. You can start by, like, maybe getting strengtheners. Nail strengtheners, because, you know, it's gonna prep your nails to actually be painted. And then start learning how to do certain parts of manicures, like the cuticle push and things like that, doing it yourself. Nail paint is where he draws the line. Is it ads right now? Okay, ad break is on. I need to lift. Bet you don't think I can make it. My mind and body are strong. They won't take long. It was funny. Because, like, I want to low-key buy a Hawaiian shirt. Now, they're fun. I like Hawaiian shirts. But when I was younger, I was learning how to put on makeup, right? Hold on. Eight, 9, 10. But when I was younger and learning to put on makeup, I didn't know how to put it on well. And so it always looked really bad. Because it happens. And like, now that I'm older, I actually put on more products sometimes, but it looks more blended. I saw my dad, and he always hated it when I put on makeup growing up. He's like, oh, you know, like it's too much or whatever. And then he looks at me, he's like, you know, I'm glad you put on less makeup now. I'm like, actually, I have more products on my face than when I was younger. He's like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah, I just know how to apply it. Oh my gosh. They're fun. I do love my Hawaiian shirts. They're just kind of cute. I come from a very Hawaiian shirt loving family on both sides. Good night. Really? That's cool. You would not catch my dad dead in makeup. That's cute. It's always a good time. Do this friend's birthday where he and a few other guys did a... Oh, okay. To surprise a friend? Got you. I just got a login to watch RuPaul. My friend's letting me use their account. Like, let's fucking go. Been wanting to watch it. Some guys, like, a lot of guys look really good in makeup. They just don't know it. Yeah, absolutely. Have fun. Thank you for stopping in. Yeah, thank you. This is actually quite challenging. This is actually difficult. This is so hard. It's the great thing about makeup though, Haley, is that you can take it off if you don't like it. It's temporary. That's the beauty of it. There's just a few techniques that you need to kind of get down, and you can translate it to most of your face. It's like any other type of art. Start out small, start out light, build up. I've been wanting to switch to just basically, I've been wanting to switch to like a BB cream or CC cream, which is like a tinted moisturizer. Because I don't like how heavy my foundation is. It feels heavy, and I don't like anything that feels heavy on my face. It's actually quite light in regards to a lot of liquid foundations that I've tried. But I still would prefer having just like a tinted moisturizer. I don't need that much coverage. I have pretty good skin, thankfully. So I don't need to cover up a lot. But just a little bit of evening out a skin tone sounds nice. What I would tell you is get a good neutral palette, like a good neutral like eyeshadow palette if you want to do that. Something that has a lot of stuff that would pretty much blend into your skin. I use a lot of drugstore stuff. It's good. Good drugstore is good. Maybe like a tinted moisturizer. Cream blush usually feels pretty light on most people. Maybe like a lip balm, a tinted lip balm, things like that. Just little tiny things if you want to start small. Cut my hair and change my name. But yeah, I'd say start off with that. This is actually quite tricky. I'm not quite sure where I want to go with this from here. I do, however, probably have to use the restroom. Francois will look after you for just a minute. I need to use the restroom really quick. So I'm going to put Francois in the chair. I'll be right back. I might even bring a snack, though. I don't know. We'll see. I got an ice cream, Sammy. It's almost the last one. There's one more for Lemur King, but he better get to it, because I'm a fiend. I'm telling you, man. These mini ice cream sandwiches? Huh? Oh, that ain't good, huh? Ooh. Yeah, that's good. That sounds good. I'm just gonna house this real quick. Get out of my face. Dennis is no longer here, but I feel his absence every day. Oh shit! I'm gonna have to ask Tryhard for details on something real after stream. Wouldn't forget you. Fuck. Okay, I need to throw this away. Alright. Oopsie doopsie. How? Okay. Well. Yeah, it's about the time I need to start packing anyway. I'm sorry, guys. I am very much apologizing, but I think that's the end. I was hitting a wall with this Dreadnought anyway. Abandoning your defenseless chatterers, leaving us all alone on our own. Okay. Francois was there. Francois was right there with you guys. What are you talking about? You had supervision. No problem, man. Let's see who's on. You can't cut a rug. Brush for Hire is on. What's this? What are you making? Ooh. Oh, it's a little ice cream. It's so cute. Oh my gosh. It's so cute. Skelebi is on too. I forget what is she doing? Golden Demon Prep. Braver than me. White Wolf's got a hype train. Hey, what if we say hi to Mina? It's not in the category, but what if we do? She's playing Pathfinder. You guys cool with that? Fuck it. Let's say hi to Mina. I don't care. She streams with me all the time. I don't care. We're gonna get out of the category. Sorry guys. I'm sure you came here for mini painting, but we're gonna see some Pathfinder Kingmaker. So, alright, lemurs. This is a dear friend of the channel. We stream twice a week together. Let's say hello. Let's make sure to be nice. Yes. Peace and love. Spread all the love. Steal all the mangoes. I will be back here on Monday for more painting. Probably carrying on with some dragons and Tainted Grail. This guy is so big that I might just do dedicated days to him. So hopefully we finish up a couple Tainted Grail things. Maybe get some dragons underway. But yeah, I will see you guys back here on Monday. Make sure we spread all the love. Steal all the mangoes. Stay leaping lemurs. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, pups.